Now joining me in studio to discuss an upcoming Roaring 20's Gala fundraiser, Robin Alpaw with Friends of the Forum and Union Endicott students Isabella O'Brien and Kevin Tremblay. Hello, how are you three doing today?
Good afternoon.
Good. Thanks for joining me. So start off telling me, this is a Roaring 20's Gala fundraiser. How did you think of that theme for this?
Sure. So each year we have Broadway Theater League bring shows to town, and we decided to choose this particular show just because the Roaring 20's, you can have a lot of fun with that kind of a theme. And so we chose Chicago. It's on the Monday night, May 5th, and did a little research and found that Union Endicott did the show like a year ago. And I said, that's perfect. Let's reach out to them. Let's include the students and let's have a lot of fun with this Gala fundraiser before the show. And, you know, a couple of emails back and forth, and, you know, here we are today getting ready for a great performance.
I love this. I love that you guys will be opening it. This is a good community event too, to bring them out and also support the forum. So tell me about the performance that you'll be doing at the Culinary Center.
So I'm going to be performing Mr. Cellophane, who is sung by Amos Hart in Chicago.
And I will be part of the performance of Cell Block Tango as Velma Kelly.
All right, and can you tell me a little bit about your characters and kind of the energy that you have to bring with them?
Amos Hart is a very sad mechanic. He is married to Roxy Hart, who's the main character of the show, and he discovers in the show that Roxy has been sort of not the most loyal wife, and it brings lots of heartbreak to him, and he just goes through this arc of just trying to figure out how to overcome that sadness, but it's really hard, obviously.
Yeah, Velma's a really fun character. She kind of starts off as the star of the jail, and when Roxy comes in and kind of takes that spot from her, you can really sense that change in her demeanor, and she becomes more desperate in a way, and she has some very iconic numbers like All That Jazz and Cell Block Tango and those kind of numbers.
All right, awesome. That's a very iconic show to put on, so I'm glad that you guys got to experience that. So tell me about their opening for a show at the Forum that night, so tell me about that.
Sure. So we're having this gala performance to raise some money for the Forum. The Friends of the Forum exists. We started several years ago to make continuous improvements to the historic Forum Theater. And the focus this year is to provide funding to do entryway improvements. And we've got kind of a global plan to do that. And we're going to partner with Broome County and make a difference and really kind of revise that entryway, which will be very nice. And so events like these help raise money so that we can help with those kinds of projects.
Okay, awesome. So this is held too before the actual show, this is held at the SUNY Broome Culinary Center. So tell me what people can expect with not just the entertainment, but maybe food and the overall ambiance.
Sure. So we've got some really great caterers. American Food and Vending is doing the catering there. And of course, there's no perfect building, better perfect building in downtown than the Culinary Center. I mean, it just speaks Roaring 20's just with the architecture. And so we'll have that. Everything will be, very well designed, and we're going to dress everything up. It's just going to be a lot of fun between the music, the performances from the students, and amazing food.
Yeah, right? Amazing food. That's what I said. Everybody's got to go for the food at least, and an amazing performance, dinner and a show.
Right.
So you guys, is it the New York Theater Company is putting on Chicago? I forget what was the exact.
It's a Broadway Theater League.
Theater?
So they're the ones that bring all the Broadway shows to Binghamton at the Forum.
And I want to ask you guys, so how does it feel to be able to kind of open for them, and you guys are going to go to the show after, right?
Yeah, it's really exciting, especially to be able to perform Chicago again. It was one of my favorite shows that I've been in, so to be able to kind of go back and do another performance and then get to watch it is so exciting.
Yeah,
it's a great show.
I completely agree that it was one of my favorite shows to be a part of, and I feel like I've had lots of growth even this past year as a performer, that it's going to be great to perform a song that I love so much again, and I just feel very honored to have this opportunity to do this.
Yeah, and do you guys have any future plans kind of sticking with theater that maybe one day you can actually play at the Forum?
Oh, sorry.
No,
yeah, I'm going to school for musical theater, so
awesome.
I hope to one day be able to do something like this. I hope to continue.
Awesome.
doing musical
No,
theater.
congrats.
Yeah,
How about you?
Thank you.
I'll be going to Fredonia for music education and vocal performance, and I hopefully will become a music teacher someday, like our teacher, Mr. Raynard.
All right, perfect. I always have a lot of people in our community that do a lot of shows too, so hopefully I'll see you guys in the future doing something here. So I want to ask you, with the Forum Theater, you guys are doing so many improvements because it is kind of a historical piece in our community, so why should people really come out and support the Forum?
Sure, great question. And just because it's, you know, many communities would love to have what we have in downtown Binghamton, to have this historic theater with so many of them that have closed over the years. And it's up to us as a community to support events that will support, you know, future production and continuous improvements to make that experience for visitors even more enjoyable going forward and more exciting. And that's kind of why we do what we do, right?
Yeah.
Just to keep things going and make improvements.
Yeah, of course. So tell me, this event, it sounds like, you know, this is a big night. Tell me when it starts, when it ends, all the times for everything.
Sure. So it's a May 5th, so it's a Monday night. It's opening night for Chicago and Binghamton. The show will go 2 nights, Monday and Tuesday, but our fundraiser is Monday night, 5 to 7 at the Culinary Center. Tickets are $150, but that includes a wonderful buffet as well as tickets to the show afterwards per person. And you can find out more information at our website, Friends of the Forum. And like I said, just a way to, you know, after work, come get some really amazing food, have a beverage or two, and then join us for a show, enjoy our students that are performing, and then come see a great Broadway theater quality show.
All right, perfect. And another question I forgot to ask too. So did you have to kind of go back and remember doing this show again, or was it kind of just all in your brain again?
Well, we just got done with our school performance of Matilda, so now we're going to kind of go back and relearn some of the choreography, some of the numbers from Chicago, because it's been a little bit. So.
Yeah, right?
I feel like from like a singing perspective, it won't be too difficult like remembering all the words, but definitely a choreography point.
Yeah, no, that makes total sense. All right, well, I want to thank you three so much for coming on. I really appreciate it.
Thank you
And
for
good
having
luck with your
us.
big night.
Thank you.
For those of you who might have missed those details, Friends of the Forum is proud to host the Roaring 20's Gala fundraiser on May 5th from 5 to 7 p.m. at the SUNY Broome Culinary and Event Center. This lively and elegant evening will feature special performances by UE High School students reprising their roles from the school's recent production of Chicago just before the Broadway Theater League show opens at the Forum Theater that same evening. For more information, visit broomefof.com.